When you see these Bronco Raptors on the road, they look pretty menacing, but when you see one in person, they look insane. This thing is $100,000 and it doesn't even have a supercharged V8, but it does have a 3-liter turbo. That's gotta be worth $100,000. Just kidding. I'm here at Larry H. Miller Super Ford in Salt Lake City. I did ask Ken if I could do a quick review on this because it became available because someone backed out and he was able to sell it again. So be sure to reach out to Ken in the commercial department if you would like to buy something or order something from the Ford store. Let's go ahead and look at the window sticker and then we'll do a quick walk around. At the very top is the specs for this Bronco Raptor, and be sure to pause it for the standard equipment that you see here. And then here are all the options on this build. This does have the 374A equipment group. And then here's a few of the options down below. Destination is at $1,895 with a total price of $97,850. And then here are the fuel economy numbers. So this thing is so wide, they had to add some clearance lights here in the center of the grille. Forward facing camera, and you can see they spelt out Ford. Premium lighting up front, and they have rigid lights down below. And then just check out and marvel at this huge skid plate finished in bright silver. It's gonna be most likely steel. This is all plastic right here, but steel bumper. You can see it has parking sensors. You have your recovery hooks right there. Very meaty. It almost looks like a Hummer. That's like what it reminds me of. You can check out the suspension, has those aluminum control arms down below, but steel ones at the very top. Fox shops, and these are the live valves. So in other words, these are gonna have best in class suspension travel. Now, as far as the tires go, BF Goodrich KO2s, 37 by 12.5, big capacity, 2,755 pounds, max PSI is 45, and these are an LT tire. Yep, they are LT. B-lock wheels. Check out these huge fender flares. They're finished in like a gray color, and then also they have a little vent on the side of the fender. You see that Raptor badge right there. Now, all Ford has to do is just put Raptor on everything that they sell, and then all their sales will go up by like 20% because you know everyone loves that Raptor name. Now, as far as the running boards go, it looks like you can unbolt these from your rock rails here. You kind of have a mud flap right here on the side. Smart key system, and they do provide some protection right here. And then here's the rear of that fender flare. Full LED tail lights, parking sensors down low, recovery hooks on both sides, full-size spare tire, and I'm pretty sure they have to reinforce this because it's a little bit heavier. Raptor badge out back. And they do assist this tailgate too. Looks like you have a little bit more reinforcement right here. And this does open pretty wide for you too, so I do like that about this style of tailgate. Class 4 receiving hitch with a 4 and 7 pin down below. And check out the paint and the shade. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and discuss this 3-liter on a turbo. Now, something to note, they do give you some assist for this hood. On the other Broncos, they do not. They do spell out Ford Performance right there. And this 3-liter is the largest displacement for the Bronco. It's gonna have 418 horsepower, 440 pound-feet of torque, made it to the 10-speed transmission. Hopefully one day I'll have a chance to drive one of these to see how it performs on the road. Now, something worth mentioning, they do use compacted graphite iron for the engine block. Also, the connecting rods and the crankshaft are forged steel. Out back, this is a Dana 50 rear axle, and it is a 470 rear, and obviously, as you would expect, it has a locker. So check out the door card. Nothing much really changes here. They do give you this orange accent for the net. And check this out. Real carbon fiber. It spells out Bronco right there. Power seats. Better bolstering too, which will help if you're going off-road. And they do have the appearance of the Recaro seats too, so I'm assuming that's what they are. They have like a suede insert right here, and they do feel nice. More of that carbon fiber right there. And for the most part, I kind of can see why this thing costs so much. If you think about the axles, the tires, the beadlock wheels, the bored out 4-cylinder turbo, it does pack a nice punch. I mean, and the attention to detail on the interior is pretty high class stuff here. So stepping in, this would be your grab handle. They do give you some paddle shifters right there. You can see more of that carbon fiber around the steering wheel and a little bit more on the shifter right there. It would have been nice to see it all around here too. I mean, I'm just being picky now, but Raptor is spelled out there. You guys probably saw it on the seats. 12-inch display, so nothing's gonna really change there. You do have 7 drive modes. And where do you lock those front and rear axles? Right here, front, rear, and then you have trail turn assist. This looks to be a sway bar disconnect maybe. Let's go ahead and start it up. Let's go ahead and push the button and see what it says. There it is. So it looks like stabilizer bar disconnect. Okay, so you have to be in 4 high or 4 low to use that. As far as some of the drive modes go, let's go through them really quickly. You have slippery, tow haul, sport, normal, off-road, Baja, and then rock crawl. There's no eco mode, I wonder why. But up here, I love how much larger the dash is compared to the Wranglers. It is soft touch, it's stitched. You have like a silver that kind of matches that skid plate up front on the interior. More of that accent. I call it orange, it could be red. No, it's definitely orange. That's definitely orange. I can see it right there better. And then down below here, here's some of your storage. They have a 12-volt plug in here. Here are your window controls and then your mirror controls. Wireless charger for your phone. Dual climate control. Heated seats but no ventilated seats. And I'm pretty sure you guys saw that push button start. This does have the fully digital gauge cluster, which I like a lot better compared to the other Broncos that just have kind of like a analog and screen. Let's take a look on the passenger side now. All I really wanted to show you was the carbon fiber right there. You can't really see it on that other side. But out back, you can pretty much see you have the MOLLE strips. I think that's what they call these, right? MOLLE strips. And more nets. You have power plugs down below, 110 volt, and 2 USBs, Type A and Type C. These seats do fold flat. You have an armrest right here that will expose some cup holders. And lastly, I did not show you these rear shocks because they have those reservoirs on them right there. And yeah, the suspension on here is definitely a lot more beefed up compared to the other Broncos. Now here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating up front is going to be 3,600 pounds. The rear is 3,450 pounds. 6,850 pound gross vehicle weight rating. The wheels are right here, 17 by 8.5. And here's the payload at 1,018. So a little bit higher than what you see on the Wranglers. They typically have like 850 pounds. But I hope you guys liked the video. Special shout out again to Larry H. Miller. If you would like to buy or order something from them, be sure to ask for Ken. Let them know you saw the video. See you guys soon.